Kerry Engel with Creative Scrapbooker and a technique taster. An example of something that I've doodled using my Kelly Creates pen on the sleeve of a coffee cup. And I'm going to show you how you can recreate this using some of Kelly Creates paper. So it's kind of difficult actually to find a plain coffee cup sleeve, but we can recreate this using some of our scrapbooking supplies. Kelly Creates has a line of silky smooth cardstock for lettering projects. It comes in white, black, and craft, and I have very little craft left because I love working on craft paper. I love the look that you get. And that's how we're going to recreate the doodle from the coffee cup sleeve. My flowers, I did it first in pencil, and then I'm going to take the Kelly Creates Dream Pen. It comes with two different nibs. This one's finer and a little thinner of a brush pen, and this one is a thicker one. And when I'm using this pen, it's fun to do it similar to when you're doing your lettering. When you're doing your upstrokes, you can be a little thinner. When you're doing your downstrokes, you can be wider, and this gives your petals some variation and adds a little interest to your drawings. So the aqua brush works, you'll rub it, it works really easy. Rub it here on your non-porous surface. You can add a little water to it. So we're going for a look that's muted and simple. Now I'm going to take the jewel brush pen, which works really nicely on darker backgrounds, just to add in some of the shading on my flower. Now what I'm going to do is take a white gel pen and fill in my highlighted areas. So once you cut it out, you can add it to your layout. And to do my layout, I've done some stamping with an Impression Obsession stamp. And I'm going to show you how I can stamp and then use Kelly Creates to add a little watercolor effect to my stamp as well. So for my background, what I've done is I had a very old book at home, and I've simply ripped out the pages, and then I'm going to stamp on it using some ColorBox chalk ink. The ink's kind of coordinated nicely with the craft paper and the look I was going for. What I like to do is I want to create kind of a organic mixed media feel, so I'm actually mixing up a couple of my colors. I can leave my background like this, or I can add a little bit more color and just gently using the Kelly Creates pens again and some water. So once we have this done, we can start to build ourselves a card or a layout. And to adhere them to my layout, I'm going to use my glue dots. Add a little more detail to our flowers, I'm going to create some stems using this small brush pen. And every card needs a sentiment. So once we're done, what we're going to do is use our Brother labeler here to create a greeting that's suitable for a fall or Thanksgiving card. And I've got a gold type label that's in here, and you'll see it shortly. And with this new labeler, you can choose the font type. You can use block fonts. It shows you the different type of the name of the different font at the top. You can change the size of it. You can make it print 2 rows on your label if you want. You can add a decorative box around it. So I'm going to choose Helsinki, and we can try it. Then you press OK. and then you choose, I want to add a border around my words. So I'm going to choose this border here, and then I press OK, and it says accepted. And then I'm going to type in my sentiment, and I'm going to put happy, capital H, happy, capital H, harvest. Give it to one of my farming friends. Then I press OK. And then what we're going to do is print. And it says 1 copy, and you say OK. So we could leave this as is, or I just trim it to make it look more like a ribbon. Here's another one I did. This first one I showed you using the coffee holder, and I've created a card, or I guess this could be a little layout. So all sorts of ways to use the Kelly Creates and the Impression Obsession stamps. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.